Pagdating sa online classes or kahit when you work from home, laging may mga online glitches or tech challenges. How can you minimize that? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa video na ito. Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If this is the first video that you're watching from my channel, I make educational and motivational content. So if you don't want to miss any of my new uploads, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. Now, like I said in the intro kanina, we're going to talk about my tips para ma-minimize yung glitches or technical difficulties or challenges kapag kayo ay nag-aaral or nag-work online. And this is a unique video kasi it's going to be part of both the Study Hack series and the Learn From Home series, at isasama na rin natin kahit sa Sunday Motivation series kasi I know some of you are working from home. Okay? Now, ang quick fix dyan, which is something na kung marami kayong ginagawa online, ay makakasanayan nyo nang gawin, is what I call the online pre-flight check. Okay? Ano yung online pre-flight check? This is something that I've been using. Well, we've been using. This is a system na I've developed dahil sa dami ng mga work since the pandemic started. And again, alam natin ilang buwan na tayo into it. We're not minimizing the effects of it and how difficult this has been to hindi lang tayo honestly, a lot of our other kababayans. I know how blessed I am to be in a position na when the pandemic started, kumaga kahit na walang mga live review events, may mga gigs pa rin ako when it comes to speaking sa mga webinars. And in a way, medyo may naitulong pa nga kasi now, dahil everything is online, I get to teach and reach students from organizations from all over the country. Just today, I got a special package from the kids from, hindi naman na kids, no, from the young leaders of Aneno in Zamboanga. And I was able to speak sa kanilang event without physically traveling to Zamboanga, which is a feat na I don't know I would be available to do kung walang pandemic. And because of that, it opened a lot of opportunities for us, for me, and for me to teach people kahit sa isang araw lang. So sometimes I would have 3 to 4 talks within a day. Just today, before filming this video, I came from a couple of webinars that I spoke in. And because of that, again, na-hone na natin yung workflow pagdating sa online work or online study. Okay? So, doon natin kukunin yung mga tips ko sa inyo. Again, this is the online pre-flight check. Now, where did this come from? I like watching movies. And kung hindi pa ninyo alam, I used to keep a movie blog way before I started creating videos on YouTube. And I love how in movies that have planes sa mga eksena or may mga scenes dun sa pilot cockpit, no, dun sa airplane, merong ritual, hindi naman ritual, no, system na ginagawa yung pilots before they take off. Like, they have these knobs to turn, may mga sinuswitch sila. So, may tinatawag na pre-flight check. Okay, the idea of a pre-flight check is you have to look at everything, like the level ng fuel. And again, I'm not exactly sure dun sa terminology, no, but you get the system. And you have to check everything, the engine, all the oil levels and stuff like that, in order for you to make sure na you have everything ready before you start to take off. And again, these are things that you have to check even before you initiate yung pinaka-start nung iyong biyahe. So if you have a pre-flight check with planes, when it comes to working or studying online, you can also create an online pre-flight check. So before you take off and start your study day or your work day, or in my case, yung day filled with speaking engagements and online gigs, this is what I do. Okay, so I want you to take a sheet of paper, or if you are writing on your device, you can also write on your device. Just list these things down so that the next time that you're going to engage online, meron kang listahan of things na, okay, na-check na ba to, na-check na ba to, na-check na ba to, before you start doing what you have to do. Okay? Alright, so let's start with the first thing that you have to check. The first thing that you're going to do is to do your hardware check. Yung hardware check, nating hardware, all of the materials, the equipment that you're going to need for study time or work time. Okay? So that includes your laptop or your main device, your tablet, if you have one and you need it. Sa case ko, most of the time, I need both my laptop and a tablet. Yung tablet is what I use for writing notes. So whenever I go online and I have to teach stuff, or I have sabihin natin language or English proficiency seminar, there are things that I have to write, and I have to write on top of my presentation. So that means I have to make sure that I have my laptop and my tablet with me. I use my phone then as a timer. So again, I have my phone. I have a physical list of all of these hardware na kailangan ko for the event or for the class that I'm going to teach. Okay? So hardware check tayo. But it doesn't mean na you have everything there, okay ka na. Okay? If you have them physically there, that's just the first part. Kasi meron tayong tatlong i-check pa. We can call it the ABCs of your hardware check. Yung A, you have to check yung kanyang availability if in case you are sharing that device with someone from your family. So, katulad kami noon, we share one PC. So, yun pinag-uusapan talaga namin magkakapatid kung sinong gagamit sa Saturday, sinong gagamit sa Sunday, anong oras, para meron kaming schedule and we can work around that. You also have to check yung accessibility ng device. No, ibig sabihin nun, if I have a study desk, or everything that I need there and is everything in its place. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? All of my devices, before I start, I want to make sure that they're in front of me. And they are in set places. This is me just being a little bit picky, no? Pero even before, actually, mas weird pa ako or odd when I was a kid kasi I want to make sure that my fork is here, my spoon is here. I have to have everything lined up before I start. So I'm very particular like that. Pero nakatulong yun sa akin, yung ganong level ng attention to detail. Kasi right now, if for example, my tablet, bigla siya mawalan ng battery or ng connection or anything else, if I'm having trouble with it, alam ko that I have another device sa backup on my left side. So I just grab yung aking note. Now, let me just show you, this is a new phone. And thank you, Smart, for this. This is my Galaxy Note 20. And it has 5G then. So if, for example, my iPad suddenly quits on me, I use this to write things down. Kasi yun ang maganda sa Note. You have an S Pen. So dito na ako ngayon magpe-present. Dito na ako magsusulat ng aking PowerPoint. Okay? So again, I know it's on my left side. So always when I talk or I give talks, I have my laptop in front of me, my tablet on my right side, and this on my left side. Okay? So, again, everything in its place. And the third A that you're going to check is your aptitude dun sa device. Kasi mahirap magkaroon ng device as you don't know how to use it. So, before your event even starts or before your class even starts, lalo na for those of you na bumili ng bagong device or are using another device na hindi ka familiar with, make sure that you have time to play around with it. So, alam mo kung ano yung buttons na ipipress, alam mo kung paano i-start or i-unlock yung phone para magamit mo siya agad-agad. Okay? So, letter A, availability, accessibility, aptitude sa paggamit ng device. Letter B, kasi ABC to, you have to check the battery. Okay? Now, this part right here is what people forget sometimes. Pero, I also train the people around me or teach the people around me whenever they ask about content creation. That when it comes to preparing your materials, having battery is at the top of your priority list. Ang daming cases na for content creators na naghahanap sila ng things to shoot or biglang may nag-unfold na magandang eksena in front of them or a beautiful sunset or something else, as biglang wala silang battery. Okay? So, anong kailangan mong i-check pagdating sa battery? Two things. You have to check if it's charged. And I recommend that if you have a long class bukas, i-charge mo sila overnight or i-charge mo sila the night before para sigurado ka na when you wake up, maganda yung battery levels mo. Kasi kapag naka-red yan, mahihirapan ka, okay, na mag-scramble ka pag late ka nagising. And then, number 2 na i-check mo would be kung meron kang chargers on hand. Okay? So, all types of chargers, all types of wires. I have a box right here in front of me. You just can't see it kasi it's here. Pero nandito na naka-roll yung iba-ibang klaseng mga chargers for the devices that I use. Okay? So, naka-ready na yan lahat. And of course, yung laptop ko laging nakasaksak. Okay? Kasi para ready siya. Letter C. you have to check yung connections. Yung connections, not the internet connection, again, it's something we'll explore later on, no? Pero yung connections ng device to device. So for example, ako, again, I use my iPad with my MacBook, so I have to check that connection. Kung may mga files akong kailangan i-airdrop, I have to do it beforehand. Kung meron akong mga ipa-play na videos or may mga songs na ipa-play, I have to make sure na yung speakers ko ay nandun. Kung may mic akong kailangan, like if I'm going to record a podcast episode or if I'm going to speak sa isang Zoom webinar or StreamYard na setting, I need to have yung aking microphone with me. I have to check yung connection niya with the other devices, okay? And dapat umiilaw siya, dapat maayos yung connection niya. So, after doing that, you have your hardware check done. Lipat na tayo sa software check. Yung software check, doon na papasok yung, again, na-mention ko na kanina, if you're playing a video or an audio clip, you have to make sure that it works. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin nun? You have to make sure na yung file is playable. You have to make sure na naka-rename sila ng maayos, yung extension ng file. Kung MP4 siya, MP4 yung nakalagay para hindi ka magkaroon ng mga problema. You have to check the settings of the software that you're using. If it's on Zoom, di ba, sa taas yun, preferences. Anong klaseng mga video settings yung ginagamit mo, audio settings, yung mic settings mo, okay ba siya? Okay? And you also have to check your presentation. So if you're going to use slides for your talk or for your class, if you're going to do reporting for your class, you have to make sure that you run down yung presentation before you start presenting in class. Bakit? Minsan, even if we work so hard sa isang presentation, and again, this is something that I'm telling you based sa aking experience, yung ang ganda-ganda ng pagkakagawa mo ng presentation, di ba? Tapos pag lumipat ka ng device, biglang mapapalitan yung fonts or ma-rearrange yung order ng transition or ng animation dun sa slides mo. Or minsan naman, biglang naiiba yung color o kaya hindi nagpe-play yung mga video that you embedded. Yung mga ganong klaseng problema, makakatch mo siya if you leave enough time to run through your presentation before the event actually starts or before your class starts. Okay? So again, before pa mag-start yung class, i-click nyo lang yung presentation niyo hanggang dulo to make sure na walang nagulo doon or walang na-crop, walang na-putol or anything. Okay? So yun yung next nyo i-check, yung software check. Now, third thing that you have to check is yourself. So self-check ka muna. Okay? And ako, I have to do this kasi lagi ko siyang nakakalimutan gawin. So, number one, I check my appearance. Sa case ko, I rarely use makeup, lalo na these days. So, I just put a bit of lipstick. Just so hindi ako masyadong maputla kasi masyadong maputla kapag hindi ako nag-lipstick. Kahit yun man lang. Check your appearance. Ano yung suot ko? Pantay ba? Minsan baliktad yung t-shirt, di ba? Tapos hindi natin napapansin. So again, even if you are like me, na we're not the type of people who would stand ng matagal in front of a mirror, these are things that we have to do. Kasi nga, part na ng way that we portray ourselves sa presentations natin in school and at work is yung ating personal appearance. Kahit ano lang, kahit waist up lang, no? Pero I really recommend, and I've said this na in the Get Hired podcast series, na if you're having a job interview or any meeting na professional setting, mag-ano rin kayo, mag-pants din kayo. Kasi minsan may emergency, yung tipong biglang, di ba may package na darating, o kaya biglang pumasok yung nanay ninyo sa loob ng kwarto, kaya biglang kailangan mong tumayo. Tapos sometimes forget natin na naka-shorts lang tayo sa ilalim. So make sure that you wear pants, lalo na kapag importante or client meeting, yan, ganun. Para hindi ka natatakot just in case may emergency. So again, check your appearance. Now, another thing, make it a part of your self-check. Do warm-ups. Okay? So, in my case, a bit of vocal warm-up here and there para yung boses ko hindi mag-crack kapag nagsasalita ako. We were just joking, no, Zandy and I. Actually, siya yung nagbiro. Sabi niya, if bibilangin daw kung ilang words yung sinasabi ko within a day, baka maghulat kami. Kasi nga, again, I do a lot of talks and webinars. And because I'm the type of person na ang dami kong gustong sabihin, I speak rather fast para mapagkasya sa time. Tapos medyo madaldal ako. So, yung words per minute yung pinag-uusapan, mukhang marami talaga akong sinasabi sa loob ng isang araw, no? So, in order for me to do that, dapat gawa ko ng vocal exercises. So, I speak from my diaphragm, tapos, Ganun. Kahit pa paano para mabawasan yung pagka-crack ng voice ko. Tapos, I also have to check my nerves. Yeah, and I'll tell you this. Yes, kabado ako every time I speak. And kinakabahan ako even ngayon na I'm speaking in front of a camera by myself in my room. Honestly, I have to send Zandy out every time I film a video. Unless tipong ask like a video or yung assumptions about me. Kasi yun yung mga questions na siya yung nag-compile. Tapos medyo kulitan yung video na yun. So, if you haven't seen those, ililink ko na sa baba, no? Sa other channel yun, sa Lyqa Maravilla channel. Pero kung hindi ganon na video, I make all of these videos by myself. Si Heidi lang nandito sa may paanan ko. Kasi I get really nervous speaking. And hindi ko maikakaila yung fact na I still have social anxiety. So some days are better than most. But there are bad days then na my voice is shaking and stuff like that. So I have to control my nerves. I have to do some self-talk. Kailangan ko magkaroon ng mindfulness exercises, breathing exercises before para maging ready yung self ko to take on yung task of speaking or having a class online. Now, another thing that you have to include pagdating sa self-check ninyo is to check then if you told everyone in your house that you're going to record something or you're going to have a seminar that you're going to speak at para alam nila not to bother you sa oras na yon. Okay? For the kids na may classes online, make sure that your family knows your schedule. Or if meron kayong kwarto, kahit maglagay lang kayo ng piece of paper, nakalagay doon yung schedule ninyo, or kahit nakalagay lang, please do not enter classes ongoing or something like that. Ako, binublutak lang namin yun sa pinto para alam nila sa baba and sa bahay na, okay, hindi ako pwedeng katukin or hindi pwedeng pumasok. So set something up para yung self mo kalmado ka and ready to take on your next task. Okay? Now, another thing that you're going to check, so tapos na tayo sa hardware, software, and self. Next thing that you're going to do is do a tech run. Okay? And a lot of people don't do this, no? I've even had, challenging webinars or events na hindi nag-tech run yung nag-organize ng event. And because hindi nag-tech run, nung nandun na kami sa mismong event, doon na nagkaroon ng scrambling sa kung ano nangyayari, nag-feedback pala yung mic, hindi pala online si ganito, hindi pala pantay yung camera, ganon. And tumatakbo na yung event. So, parang frantically, everyone is chatting sa chat box. It's distracting to a lot of people. Tapos, nagpapanik na sila. Sayang, kasi kung na-tech run sana, diba? Hindi yun mangyayari. Now, there's a quick fix to this. Paano ka mag-run through kung online or live yung event? What you could do would be, for example, sa Zoom. Before pumasok ka dun sa Zoom meeting room mismo nung event we're going to speak or your class that you're going to have, make sure that you practice using a private room. So, ibig sabihin, bago ka mo i-click yung link na sinend ng teacher or bago ka pumasok sa Google Meet or Google Classroom ninyo, magbukas ka muna ng different na tab, okay? Tapos, mag-login ka to a different meeting na ikaw yung nag-start. Sa Zoom, start meeting lang naman yon, i-tap nyo lang yon para dun kayo magte-tech run. Okay? Kung meron kang groupmates for a report, you can have them join in so they can comment on your connection, on your voice if it's clear, on your slides. Kung, di ba, minsan yung dimensions ng slides, minsan napuputol. So you can still move things around before the actual class. Okay? So again, that's another quick tip right there. If you're able to record, mas maganda. Kahit first 2 slides lang, introduction lang, para makita ninyo yung quality na lalabas dun sa end product ninyo kapag nasa klase na kayo. Okay? Kasi so many people would have trouble with their slides sa mismong event na mismo. And honestly, itong part na to, yung tech run, is something that I used to do kahit sa mga physical na talks or kapag when I get invited to give speeches. Kapag may chance, and I try my best talaga to come there, to get there ng mga around 20 minutes earlier, just so I can go to the tech booth and have them run through my slides. Kasi kailangan ko makita kung may adjustments sa fonts. Or, kung mag-adjust yung fonts, ang ginagawa ko, I come prepared with a JPEG version of my slides. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? On PowerPoint, I save every slide as a JPEG, and then, inipaste ko siya sa ibang PowerPoint file para may backup ako. Kasi yung JPEG na PowerPoint, hindi na yun mag-adjust. Yung mga font, hindi na magbabago yun. So, that's another thing that you can consider. Yun yung mga fixes na magagawa mo kapag nag-tech run ka. Okay? So now that we're done with the first parts, doon na tayo sa pinaka-importante, which is the internet connection. Now, let me show you yung aking secret weapon when it comes to me speaking these days. Okay? Now, let me just start off by saying this. The main internet connection in our household is yung sa bahay, yung dun sa family na connection. Okay? But the thing is, again, with everyone working online, working from home, ang daming devices dito sa loob ng household na to. So all of those devices are hooked up to the main family internet connection. And of course, lalo na kapag work time ng lahat, and usually kasabay din yung mga talks na ginagawa ko, medyo bumabagal minsan yung internet. So what I do is I always make sure that aside from the primary internet here at the house, I have a lot of other options. Ito, honestly, and this is not because this is an endorsement na I'm saying this, but this has been a lifesaver for me, okay? Smart wasn't joking when they said na, okay, this is a 5G connection is going to be the fastest na you've experienced because, honestly, lahat ng mga high-definition talks, and I'll play samples here for you. All of the recorded meetings and webinars and hosting gigs that I've had in the past, I guess 2 to 3 months, all of those are hooked up here. So I use this as a mobile hotspot para hindi ako naka-hook up dun sa internet sa bahay, para hindi siya bumagal. And nakita naman ninyo na high definition yung camera ko every time may ganon. So it really can handle a lot of data. It's really fast. And the best part is this, and I've been waiting for this for so long. Siyempre, ayoko naman na nasa Galaxy Note ko lagi naka-hook up yung laptop, no? Kasi siyempre, ayoko na matagal na naka-mobile hotspot siya, or actually, minsan buong araw siya na naka-mobile hotspot. Kasi hindi naman yun yung primary purpose niya. I was hoping for a way to get a backup internet connection without ruining my phone because I have to do it for the entire day. So, ito yung answer sa aking prayer. Okay, so let's just unbox this now. May note sila. It's a very sweet note, can I just say. I won't read it na kasi it's for me. Pero, yeah. So, they gave me this. They gave us this kasi it's addressed to Team Lyqa, no? Kasi in many ways nga, again, this is also for you kasi I'm able to make all of this. And I'm going to test this then with you guys. Kasi sent coffee pa. Oh, wow. It's drip coffee. See, thank you for the coffee. Ako talaga, sorry ha. Pero mahilig talaga ako sa coffee. Yan talaga. I tried tea. I like tea. Traditional tea. Loose tea, okay sa akin. Pero iba pa rin ang coffee. Lalo na in the morning. So, I appreciate the coffee. And this. Okay. This is Smart's LTE Advanced Pocket Wi-Fi. And let's just open this up. And while we do that, let me talk to you about this. Now, don't believe me when I say that it's fast. Wag lang ako, no? Pero alam nyo, hindi lang naman ako yung nagsasabi na mabilis siya. It's actually awarded by Ookla as the fastest na mobile data network for quarters 1 and 2 this year, 2020. And again, na-prove ko na mabilis yung smart mobile data connection ko. Kasi yun nga yung ginagamit ko dun sa aking Galaxy Note. And I'm just really happy that I have this now. Kasi, naging parang ASMR ng very, very slight. I'm so happy that I have this, honestly. Kasi, ito yung pinaka maganda na option for me. Kasi it's mobile. Like, it's a small device. Let me open this up for you, no? Like, all of that power within this small device right here. That's very handy. Tapos, it's versatile. It can actually allow you to hook up 5 gadgets ng sabay-sabay. Let me just open this up to show you, no? Okay, yan siya. Here, you have a 5G ready SIM. Okay? And we're talking about 5G is even faster than yung nakasanayan na natin na LTE, no? So, 5G na SIM. Wow. And you have the device right here. Ilalabas ko just so you can see the size. Now, just for reference, ito yung aking kamay. Ito siya. Yan. So, it's almost just the size lang ng palm ng hand ko, give or take. And you have all that 5G power within this one small device. You can also hook up 5 devices simultaneously. So sa case ko, whenever I give talks, perfect yon kasi I have to hook up my MacBook Pro, which is what I use for the Zoom meetings and the presentations sometimes. Tapos, I also have to hook up my iPad, which is where I write stuff nga. Tapos, of course, if I have Zandy working with me as the moderator for the live review events or the live webinars, kailangan naka-hook up din siya. So, all in this one device na fast, tapos mobile, tapos it's also very versatile kasi you can use this to surf the internet, you can use this to make content, and just as added challenge, here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to hook this up, and I'm going to use this and the smart SIM that came with it to upload this video right here. So, ang proof of concept would be, if you're watching this video right here, ibig sabihin, this small device is strong enough to upload a video on YouTube in high definition. This is going to go ng 60 frames per second. Now, I'm really excited to have this kasi more than having a device in my hand, what this does is to free me up to do a lot more work and to get a lot of other things done for this team and for all of the learners who are learning with me. This also means that I can edit and upload videos from wherever I am. So now that kasama na yung challenge ng pag-aayos ng mga papers ko, and I'm going to have to get out of the house for a lot of checkups and other things like that, I need to be able to do work while traveling. And this is a real godsend for me. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, I don't need to push the limits of my Galaxy Note for me to do that. I'm going to use this instead kasi it's its purpose. Hook my devices up to this. And again, you can hook up to 5 and then get my work done on the go. Okay? So, again, I hope kahit papaano yung mga binigay ko sa inyong pre-flight check makatulong sa inyo. So, rundown lang tayo uli nung mga sinabi ko sa inyo. Do a hardware check. Check your ABCs. It's available. It's accessible. It's something that you're really good at. So, your attitude when it comes to using the device has to be okay. Check your battery. Dapat charged siya at meron kang chargers on hand. Check the connection, yung connection between devices. Make sure na okay siya lahat. Do your software check. Check your presentation. Check your audio devices kung okay ba yung levels sa settings ninyo sa inyong mga meeting rooms. And do your self-check. Am I relaxed? Am I able to do this? Nakapag-warm up ba ako? Prepared ba ako for this? For my presentation or my class? Do a run-through. A tech run would be really great. You can record yourself presenting. You can check yung levels in a private meeting room if you're doing a meeting online. And of course, you have to check your internet connection. And even if you already have a main connection at home, you can get one of these to make sure that you still have another connection na pwedeng private sa iyo para mas mabilis kasi it's going to be just your devices connected to it. Or you can also use this as a backup connection just in case para hindi magkakaroon ng glitches whenever you're presenting online. So hopefully makatulong sa inyo yung aking pre-flight check, and if you want to add anything else dun sa aking pre-flight check that could help your teammates watching this, write nyo na lang sa comment section sa baba, baka may nakalimutan pa ako. And that way mas marami tayong matutulungan. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, subscribe na, hit that bell icon para hindi ma-miss yung mga paparating pa lang ng mga videos. We have more coming up. Of course, yung regular lessons natin and other additional things like this one. Again, this is unique because it's both a study hacks video, a Sunday motivation video, and actually nga, hindi na pala both, no? Kasi 3-in-1 na siya. And a learn to teach video din kasi alam ko some of you are teachers who are holding online classes. And I hope nakatulong to sa inyo. Okay? And if you want to reach out to me directly, get reviewers that I made, join the online or live review events, you can go to www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa and follow me on my social media accounts to find out more about yung mga upcoming events natin. We have a lot of things planned out for you. And that's it muna for now. As you always see sa channel na to, never stop learning. Adja, kain yan. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.